How's it, everybody? Hope you're doing well. So just here to discuss today how to control fungal issues at the end of the outdoor season. Two of the biggest fungal problems are powdery mildew and bud rot. So in this picture here, you can see this plant has been really badly affected by powdery mildew. First thing to understand with pests and plants is everything boils down to genetics and environment. So if a plant has a weakness towards a pest like powdery mildew, it's going to be very susceptible to it. Some plants will have a genetic resistance to pests in general, but some will be more resistant specifically to, say, powdery mildew. So if you know your genetics, it's easy to grow and not have to worry about powdery mildew. But if you are trying new genetics and testing out new strains, then it can be an issue because you don't know what the resistance of the plant is. So at this point of the season, the rains are starting here in the Cape, and I strongly recommend using two products to control powdery mildew and bud rot. So the two products are trichoderma and another product called AQSF. I now just call it by its microbial name, which is quite long to pronounce, so I'm just going to call it AQSF. So AQSF is a fungus that is a hyperparasite to powdery mildew. It feeds specifically on powdery mildew and nothing else. This product is also fungal spores in water, so it doesn't leave a residue on your plant, which can be a big issue, obviously for cannabis and smoking it, and we don't want any harmful chemicals or pesticides or anything like that on the plant. So because this is a natural product, it's an indigenous microbe to South Africa. This is a really good product to use to help control powdery mildew at the end of flower in outdoors, and to use it in combination with the trichoderma. Trichoderma again is another fungus. The product that I sell has various species of trichoderma in it. So yeah, I recommend using the trichoderma and the AQSF together. The trichoderma again also has fungal spores in water, so it doesn't leave any kind of bad residue on the plant, and you can use it really deep into flower, say even at a push a week before harvest. It just depends on what your environment is and how bad the pest pressure is as well. So especially now with the rains coming and end of season coming, it's important to apply these microbial biopesticides when the flowers are still not fully formed, so that these microbes can get into the flowers and be there to help outcompete the pathogenic fungal problems like powdery mildew and bud rot. So yeah, I recommend now applying the AQSF and trichoderma. You can apply them together, mixed in the same spray tank, and just got to make sure you use dechlorinated water because the chlorine will affect the microbes. So yeah, once a week spray as a preventative. If you are in an area with high pest pressure for powdery mildew and bud rot, like a very humid place, then you could even use it twice a week. It's not going to burn the plants or affect them negatively, but yeah, it's very important now to get on your pest prevention for the end of outdoor season, so that you're not going to have powdery mildew on your plants, and you're going to be able to control that bud rot as well. Okay, hope that tip helps for everyone. A last thing. The best time to apply these pesticides would be in the evening. You could do early morning, but the UV from the sun does have an effect on microbes. So yeah, best to apply late at evening, and also check your weather forecast. That's really important. If you see rain coming up, you can apply the product before rain. Here where I stay, there's a lot of wind, so I can't spray when there's wind around. So it's important to monitor the weather and see when is going to be a good gap to spray, because even though you might have on your program to spray, say every week, there might be a day where it's pouring with rain and you can't spray, or when there's high wind or something like that. So also check your weather forecast, it will help a lot. Okay everyone, stay well, ciao. Sorry, I just have to correct something I said earlier. I'm still getting used to talking to the camera. So I said some plants have a natural resistance to pests. All plants actually have an immune system. Yeah, it's kind of like the plant's defense system. So all plants have an immune system, a natural defense system, but some plants, due to their genetics, have a higher resistance to specific pests. So yeah, just had to correct myself on that. Cheers.